I, everyone, of the NIDOM, INFJ, INTJ can connect with others or not, while the NIDOM don't communicate. Someone in the comment shared a good advice that we could simply tell to others or we would like to be treated and or not, but even this simple thing can be difficult for us to do. What is easy to do for someone can be difficult for someone else, partly because of our different function stack. Seen from the outside, and I do nothing, but on the inside, we always process information, organize them, try to understand and visualize the next thing to do in the future, project ourselves mentally, imagine the best or worst possible scenario, even at the extreme. Internally, we always work on something, our mind or brain never stop. And I, the function we embody, our natural functioning, this function, consciousness, contrary to SE, it doesn't see, hear, smell, touch, taste or talk. Generally, we talk only when it is essential, existential, important for us. Before saying or writing something, we may think if the information is good, true or useful, the suicides of Socrates, or even sometimes or often we write something and we delete it, don't send it, because we think it is not important or useless. We prefer live in our inner world, live in our head, in our imagination, it is more comfortable. We need a lot of alone time, we can spend days, weeks, months without talking to anybody and be happy, even happier. Be alone is essential, existential for our functioning and well-being, mental health. We need a calm place with few or without sensory information, stimulation, an NI-friendly space or intuition-friendly space. NI, like all introverted function, need time to process information, and NI is probably the function which takes the most time. It constantly updates, refresh in the time. A part of our NI functioning is we have to wait the information connect together in the background of our mind, in the subconscious or unconscious, without doing anything. And the conclusion, answer, understanding, knowledge, aha moment can come after minutes or hours or days depending on the situation. We prefer to be independent, often stubborn, preferring understand, searching by ourselves. It is what NI does. We can understand almost everything and everyone alone. Asking for help or advice is the last thing we want to do. We like to improve, prefer doing things alone. We are a little stupid by thinking we can help everyone and thinking we don't need help. We slightly prioritize others before ourselves because of the extroverted judging function above the introverted judging function. We prefer help others before helping ourselves, which we shouldn't do. We may feel uncomfortable to talk about ourselves, we may feel exposed, vulnerable, we have the impression we share our soul, our core. It seems strange to us, not natural, and we know that everything we share can be reused later against us, so we take care of what we share. We say what we mean and mean what we say. We think carefully to our word before talking to not hurt others. We know the word can hurt. We think people do the same, whereas it is not the case. We don't understand why people don't think before they talk and hurt others. People can manipulate us by using our weaknesses, vulnerability, fears. Being highly intuitive can make us more sensitive. We know in advance, by experience in the past, that most people will not understand us, so we don't try to start conversation. Generally, our intuition unconsciously know in advance if a person will understand us or not. Even by doing that, by saying literally what we want to say, there is always people who misinterpret us, who always try to see another meaning in what we say. It's like they don't listen. It takes time for us to open up, to talk. We are less likely to do the first step to connect with others unless it is something related to our NI, existential, essential, important to us, is aligned with our project, goals. Most of the time, we intuitively know before talking to a person if we can connect with them or not, if the communication is possible or not, if we get along with them or not. We just observe, analyze their behavior first, and detecting their energy naturally without knowing we do it, and maybe after we initiate conversation if we haven't detected inconsistencies or problems in the person, if we think the person deserves our energy and time or not. To preserve and not waste our energy, time and well-being and avoid problems, we just prefer avoid them. The person has to correspond to our NI pattern and don't deviate from it or few, but this pattern is not strict or rigid, it is a malleable substance, it's more corresponding to a percentage of this NI pattern expectation we have. We may don't need to talk to people, we observe, we connect the information, we detect their energy, we know if they are a good or bad person, honest or not, reliable or not, can be trusted or not. One little thing, detail, information is enough to put the person in the category of information, inconsistencies, problem, and we decide to not connect with them. We will just be respectful with everyone. People need to pass our NI detector, NI scan, or NI bullshit meter. Credit go to Johnny, an INFJ content creator, for this last one. Also, we adapt to the person individually. Every person, every mind is unique. We observe, analyze the person first, to better adapt to them after, to not hurt them. With our spine, the NISE axis, our default natural mode is to observe, detect all the detail in the physical, material world, and we understand by ourselves, by pattern recognition, and by connecting the information together. Often, we don't need to talk to people to know or to understand. Sometimes it is okay if we miss information of our function 4 of SE, because NI will complete, find, add the missing pieces of information, but sometimes missing SE information creates us problems in life, so it's still better and more mature to interact with the world and people to use our FESE or TESE. The SE information detail make our NI pattern more precise, detailed, accurate with the time. Initially and naturally, we are perceiver and not judger or decider. We are intuitive, feeling and thinking are secondary for us. Our arms, the middle function, FETI or TEFI, with which we use to connect with others, with the world, are secondary, not the most natural. In terms of energy, NI is the most yin or feminine, and TE is the most yang or masculine, followed by FE. To go into FESE or TESE mode, talking, asking is not natural for certain of us. It takes effort, will, determination, confidence, courage, energy to talk, especially when we are Asperger or autistic. So, going from NI to FE or TE, even if FE-TE are the second function, it is a huge gap transition for us. We have to go from the most yin to the most yang function or energy. We have the biggest gap transition of energy between our first two functions, comparing to almost all the other types. It is like jumping or teleporting from the North Pole to the equator in a matter of seconds, which can be a traumatic shock. Sometimes we may need time to go from NI to FE or TE. INFJ can express their wants, needs, wishes to others, what they expect from others, but INTJ not, because we have FE as function 7, the trickster, blind spot, immobilizing function. Expressing our feeling, wants and need to others is difficult. We can do it, but in a very reluctant, shy way with FI. INFJ may be more social than INTJ, we are more doers, and our TE, direct and neutral communication, is not always appreciated like all the thinking type. INFJ are more often-oriented people, and INTJ more often-oriented thing, task. With NI as dominant function and a lack of one extroverted judging function, expressing ourselves, communicate can be difficult for us, plus the fact that NI is often misunderstood by the majority because our language is often abstract, image, or even philosophical without we even realize it. because it is natural for us. The stress functions are the 4 and 7, SETE for energy and SEFE for INTJ. It can be stressful for them to talk or communicate, especially when younger, whereas for INFJ, INTJ, these functions SETE and SEFE in position 3 and 8 are comfort for them, plus they have FE or TE as dominant function, and with intuition and sensing in middle function, they are the best to communicate. You want to connect with INFJ or INTJ, good luck. We are one of the type the most likely to be neurodivergent, especially gifted, multipotential and Asperger, which make it more difficult for us to really connect with people when our IQ is above 130, knowing we communicate better with people within 30 IQ range. There is high chance we are neurodivergent compared to other types, so we really connect and empathize only with other neurodivergent due to the double empathy problem between the neurotypical and neurodivergent group. Like every type, we may expect others to be like us. We don't understand why people don't think, act, do, behave like us. We expect others to perceive like us, to make the same intuitive and rapid connection, to notice the pattern. However, what is natural for a type is not natural for another. For us, when we are mature, it is innate, intuitive, to have a good behavior. In our mind, we expect others to be like us, to understand by themselves. Until we discover the 16 type and the function, and that a part of people don't think by themselves, and that they don't function like us, they don't make the intuitive connection, they don't see the pattern. What is obvious for us is not obvious for most of the other type. If we had to say how we want to be treated and or not, the issues is NI is all or nothing. We will say nothing, or we will take the time to make a long list. We may have high expectation of behavior for ourselves and other people. The list could be something like this: never lie, be honest, be authentic, be aligned with yourself, be direct, tell us the why, the end goal, otherwise we cannot move or take action or decision. We are built in reverse, we start by the end. We need to know the future to act accordingly in the present. To give you an image or analogy, first we need to know there is a second floor, and after we build the step to reach this floor. We don't want to build the step, and fall once we are at the top because there is no floor. Don't ignore us, listen to the insight and advice, listen, help, try to understand, be patient, let us at peace, let us think, let us the time, don't push us, let us the time to process information and take decision, don't pressure us. It can take minutes, hours or days. Help others with their weaknesses, teach them, help them to improve instead to yell or criticize them. Let others be themselves, help them, collaborate, have empathy and compassion, have this sense of oneness and justice, equity. Don't assume, don't try to interpret what we say. We already took time to choose carefully our words to not be misunderstood. There is nothing to interpret, everything is there. Propose and don't impose. Think before you speak, take care of your words, use the right word, have a good behavior, be respectful, don't talk to others in a bad way, don't judge, don't criticize, don't be mean, don't hurt or harm others, don't lose, don't make jokes about others, don't project your traumas, fears, anger, not integrated function into us. Let us be ourselves, don't try to change us, don't try to shape us into someone we are not. We are all different and unique with different functioning. Don't force us to do something we don't want, don't give us order. We don't like hierarchy. For us, everyone is at the same level. No one is superior or inferior to another. Don't say you know us, it is impossible, in part because we may don't know ourselves. Talk to us only when it's important, existential, good, true or useful, or if it is something that could interest us. Don't make useless noise or do stupid things. enjoy or inner paradox, differences, authenticity, and peculiarity. In conclusion, we have difficulty to communicate, plus most don't understand us, misunderstand us, or misinterpret us, so communication may be difficult for us and also for others. So communication is not easy for us and also difficult for others. How to make INFJ and INTJ talk? Simply bring an ENIDOM, ENTP or ENFP, and they will talk for hours and they will never stop. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.